Mike, if you have never, ever, ever truly had your manhood, we can all see why. Are you for real? Why do you come on YouTube and cap so goddamn much? What the hell are you talking about, boy? Do you know that people on Section 8 actually have more than you? Mike, you have been on SSI. Let me tell you something, okay? What is a fact? You have been on SSI since you were a kid because your mother popped you upside your head one too many damn times. Okay? The reason why your mother purposely made you retarded is so that she could get benefits. That's why you're fucked up to this day. That's a fact. And I've actually heard of people doing that, which is disgusting as the fuck. I have always worked. I've always had jobs. What are you talking about? So now we're gonna get into now we're gonna get into your 12-hour conversation where you try to shame a woman with children for having assistance for housing. Okay. Okay. I don't think any woman has ever had this conversation with anybody that has had anything. Technically, when you look at you, however, people on Section 8 actually have more than you, Mike. I know that you believe in your heart since, your mother, beat you up, made you and your siblings run out in front of cars so that she could do insurance scams. This is something that you've admitted to me that your mother did insurance scams to get money. As a mother, I would rather get housing and food stamps if I needed it than damage my children for life, which is what your mother did. You've already confessed this to me that your mother would do insurance scams with her own kids, that you've been hit by a car a couple of times so that your mother could get money. Trying to shame a mother with a small kid for being on Section 8 just proves how dumb you are. And trust me, nobody likes you or feels sorry for you. We all know and it's obvious how much you were abused as a child. I mean, literally 24-hour misery. Trust me, you can't hurt me from behind a goddamn computer. I don't have to talk to your black ass. Okay? But let me point out this simple fact. Mothers that go and get Section 8 vouchers and mothers that get food stamps are better than your mother. I honestly suspect that your crazy ass mama trafficked you. I do. And please believe that when I was speaking about you killing your mother, I don't like your mother because your mother is a fucking scam artist. Your mother did insurance scams with her kids. You confessed that to me. What else did she do? So I respect a good mother that doesn't hurt her children. We've had this discussion before, Monkey. We've had this discussion before. Which mother is better? A mother that traffics her kids and exploits them and pushes them out in front of cars to run an insurance scam like what your mother did, or a mother that goes and gets housing and assistance so that she can work hard and take care of her family without damaging her fucking kids? Oh, let's get deep and dark into this shit. You really want to fuck with me, don't you? Okay. And you know what? You can't, but I need the truth to be spoken right now. Your mother abused you. I don't and have never abused my children nor any other children. That's why you always running around here talking about incest. Your mother obviously allowed, like, you're probably one of the Epstein children or something. Who knows? So I respect a mother that gets her a little job or whatever, like what I did, And yes, I did get housing assistance, but when it was time for me to start my business, which I put my kids first, and that's why I did that, and I was fine, living a happy life, right? When I started my business, that's when I began to earn enough money that you tried to tear down that you never could. People on Section 8 actually have more than you, Mike. People on Section 8 have to pay rent. Now, there are some people that do get housing assistance and they get like a utility check. Who the fuck are you to judge those people? Why do you continuously try to act like you're some rich millionaire when clearly you're not? You don't have any money, Mike. You've never been successful. Literally, the time that I was on Section 8, Mike, I worked. And yes, I paid rent, not $50 a month like you bum ass, dusty bums running around in social media attacking fucking women. Ah, you paid $25 a fee. No, your rent goes by your income, bum. You know what's sad is that you have been taught from a child to not be a man and protect women and respect women, but instead, since you was taught from a young age by your mama to suck dick for money, this is sadly the fucking result. I can promise you ain't nobody ever laid a goddamn hand on none of my children like what your mama did. Right? That's why you fucked up to this day, Mike. This is a fact. What are you talking about? Trust and believe, like, I don't believe in somebody murdering somebody. Like, I don't think you should have murdered your mother. What the fuck you should have did was went out and been a goddamn man instead of a little short, stubby, sawed off 5'3" bastard crying and shit every damn day on the damn internet. You should have just went and got a damn job. So no, I'm not gonna ever. We know what your mama was, man. That's why we always talking about your mama because we know we know she wasn't shit. We know your mama put money and that's why you made all those sick ass videos, those AI videos, because you're suffering because of your mother. I ain't never had to do crazy shit for money. That was your mama doing crazy shit for money because she had to make it over in New York. It's very, very expensive to live in New York. Your mother was not educated. Your mother did not have good jobs. Your mother had no accomplishments. At least you didn't really mention them in the obituary. So, how was your mother getting her money? You already told me, remember? Remember, during your pillow talk sessions, you already told me that your mother was running insurance scams. Also, it was your mother that was taking care of old people. I ain't never took care of no old person like that. Like you're getting all of that from your experiences in life. There's nothing wrong with taking care of old people or being a caregiver. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying I never did that. Why are you saying that about me? Why are you trying to put me in the same role as you? And then in your AI video, it shockingly it's so bizarre how you're trying to make you me and me you. You ain't never accomplished nothing, Mike. There are people right now that are at home asleep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. There are people, men and women, right now that are at home asleep that have to get up in the morning that have Section 8 that get up in the morning and go to work so that they can pay their portion of the rent. What do you do every day, Mike? What have you done every day for the past 30 something years of your fucking life? You have got up every goddamn day and all you ever do is eat, sleep, and shit. That is literally it. That's all you've done. You haven't done anything else. Like literally that's the reason why even rich people encourage and make their rich kids go to college because sometimes when you sit around and you don't do nothing and you're uninspired, it produces a what do you call that? I don't know why I can't think of that word. You're a degenerate. It produces the type of degeneration that you're suffering from. You are literally incapable of doing anything, and you have no excuse. When you got out of prison for robbing somebody, you could have literally went and got a damn trade or something. You could have did something, but you did not do anything. You sat around getting that same SSI check that you've been getting since you were a child. When you turned 18, you said, "Mama, I want all my money." And so your mama gave you all of your money, and you've had that check from New York, right? And you probably get quite a bit. You may have had to switch it over to Georgia, which probably reduced it, because I can imagine that in New York, SSI is going to be probably higher since the cost of living is higher in New York. You've been sitting around for 30 something years still getting that same SSI check that you got from a child because your mother damaged your brain. Am I lying? I don't believe I am. Your mother actually created injury for her children so that she could go and say it's something wrong with them. They got ADHD, they got this, they got that, they slow. That's what your mom did to you. And you have sat around and done nothing with your fucking life except for be evil to people. You know what? I'm not trying to make fun of people that have been abused. No, I'm not. But for you to sit around and try to fucking be the worst person in the fucking world, I don't give a shit about you. That's why your mama is where she's at right now, and that's why you're doing what you're doing right now, because really, I don't know your sisters to judge them, but probably more than likely everything that came out of her was damaged, just like you. You are incapable of running a business. You sat there when you got that money and bought an LLC and did nothing with it. Literally, you are mentally incapable of doing anything except for what you're doing right now that earns you no money. And you probably, I don't know. Spirit told me that they was getting ready to, your uncle getting ready to cut you off. So you've been running around here crying and crying and crying till you finally got some money out of your uncle. And now you coming over here. I don't ask my uncle for money. I have my own money. My uncle ain't gave me a dime. So what are you talking about? Why do you get up here somebody that has never done anything with your literally you have depended on the state. You have depended on food stamps as well. And you get up here and talk about women who have to give birth and take care of babies. You're talking about them getting some kind of assistance while you run around here and act like the worst human being possible. Let's not to mention the other baby mamas that you got. Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there about how much of a deadbeat father you actually are. While you sit over there and try to front like you're a successful father and you're married to Mayoko and we have this and that. Yeah, but everything else that you're doing says different. Every time you turn on your camera and start talking crazy to me and others, you expose yourself. That's all you do. Expose how ignorant you are. Look at how dumb you are. And you get mad at me. I told you wasn't capable of an intelligent response. That's why Tiffany chose you, because she knew you was stupid and dumb and crazy and had nothing else better to do with your life. You think Tiffany would have approached somebody else with that low vibratory shit? I don't even think Tiffany even told any of her real friends in real life about that black sector. She came at you with that because she knew that you were a bummy enough loser to go for it. Granted, it did backfire on her because then Jarvis got to calling up to her job, but that's neither here nor there. People on Section 8 have more than you, Mike. In fact, Section 8 has a work requirement depending on the ages of the children. They've been having that. Section 8 has been having some kind of work requirement depending on the age of your children. So what are you talking about? Why do you get up here and who does that? You are a bum yourself. And then Mayoko's mother is on Section 8, and that's where you about to be living soon. You about to be living with her mother. Mayoko damn near lives with her mother. She's always at her mother's house because she don't want to be there with you. Which I kind of think that that might be like something else, because something just tells me that your whole setup and get up is a lie. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, not once in the 10 years that you claim that that's your wife, people have even challenged you and said, well, why don't y'all show each other any real couple affection? Kiss, do something. And you never do it. You never do it, because I kind of think that it's literally all a lie. But there's some woman that's, hell, it might be, I don't know. It's probably her baby mama's mother. Who the hell knows? I think you and Mayoko are sisters, or either that could be your cousin. Mayoko could be your cousin, and so that would make her mother. I don't even think Miyoko's mother wants you to stay there. Y'all can't stand each other. You getting ready to be homeless. That's why you coming on here every day desperately. What do you think that's going to change your situation? Eventually, at some point, your uncle is not going to give you any money. That's just like, I got to move out of my uncle's house. I can't stay here forever. You're delusional. You're going to wait till the last minute and beg your uncle for some money, and he's going to be like, no, 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 I am not going to give you any more money, Mike. And I believe that for your uncle to be doing all that, I kind of think that that might be some hush money. Like, because obviously you got some family secrets that, yeah. Yeah, something is just not quite right about this situation, and I don't give a damn. But the point is that you look and sound stupid. You have literally never done. Why do I have to keep reminding you of this? Why are you talking shit as if you've had any accomplishments? Have you had a job? Nope. Have you had a business? Nope. So what have you done? Sat around the internet collecting an SSI check and begging for donations for roasting people and mad at black women because your mama was a piece of garbage. This is literally your life. That's your life. You're very terribly, terribly jealous of anybody that has any kind of intelligence. You don't actually have real intelligence, Mike. You don't. You don't. You're not smart at all. You're not capable of doing anything else. And then you got the nerve to try to play this nigger role. I remember when I would be like, well, Mike, why don't you do a cooking channel? You're not going to do anything like that. You're not going to ever do anything like that because your mind does not have the capacity to goddamn do it. It doesn't. Your mind is fucked. You are fucked, my friend. You have no mental, and then you're terribly unstable. Trust me, as somebody that has dealt with you personally, and am so happy that I don't have to deal with you. And what the fuck, you think you gonna come on here every day and induce your instability into my life from behind a fucking computer? You do realize that you're blocked. You don't have any real access to me. You cannot contact me. What do you think that you're doing? Sick. So, you know what I'm saying? Quit it. And then it's so fucking weird because you just don't get it, do you? You just really don't get it. You are slow as the fuck, Mike. You are slow. You are not an intelligent man at all. And this is obvious to a lot of people. This is obvious. And so people come over because you started out with your little hatred for black women. And people that are racist or don't like me come over there and they enjoy looking at you make a fool of yourself. But at the end of the day, they know you still a loser. For you to even be doing that, they know you a loser. And if I'm so broke and incapable, why'd you want to be with me so bad? Why were you begging me to stay in Georgia? Why'd you offer for us to live together? I'm sitting up there thinking it was one time the monkey asked me, he mentioned something about that. My stomach turned inside out. I would never live under the same goddamn roof with your crazy ass. Let alone have my children lay down in at night with you there. Fuck no. And you're just mad because I don't want you. This is obvious. You've been stalking me ever since I left Georgia. Then you on there. She didn't really want to leave Georgia. Yes, the fuck I did. You can't speak for me. If I didn't want to leave there, I wouldn't have left. Or are you stupid? Nobody in this world believes that anybody would want to be with you, Mike. Nobody. Nobody wants to be with you. There is no woman in this world, shit, there is no woman in this world that would ever live with you, be with you, or take you seriously. Nobody. So what the hell? I'm the last person. I've been telling you for years that I just had a booty call with you, and then you'll say, well, what about those tattoos? Those tattoos say Michael. They don't say Mike Mills. They say Michael, which is Saint Michael, Archangel Michael. You're not Saint Michael. You're a little short, sawed off, little stubby, wubby bastard who's right now angry and mad because I bought up the fight that you had and lost. What do you do instead of just taking it like a man and leaving people alone? You keep going. I mean, the more and the more that you keep going, the dumber you look. Trying to shame a woman that gets food stamps that actually feeds her kids with those food stamps and doesn't sell it for drugs. That's not something to shame somebody for, Mike. It's a woman with a child. Now, if we was anything like your mama, basically trafficking her kids, according to the insurance scams that you told me about, you want to talk about it? Well, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. That's pretty much all that I have to say. Let me get this. Let me get this stuff done because I got to take a shower. And Mike, honestly, you can't compare yourself to me. I'm still trying to figure out why you're trying to compete with me. I'm still trying to figure out why old girl Vanita Davis is trying to compete with me. There is no competition. All of us have our own paths. I don't have to compare myself to you. Just know this. Just know this. Whatever it is that your hatred that really doesn't even arise out of the evil eye, it really arises from your mental incapacitation. You ain't gonna never be able to do nothing to do harm to us. That's just like Vanita over there talking about my grandson, saying all kind of stuff, trying to make it seem like she's a psychic. All of y'all discredit each other. Nobody in this world would ever think that I would be harmful to a baby. Literally, I have complete strangers come up to me and ask me to hold their baby. Children and babies love me. They come up to me, they smile at me. Ain't nobody in this world believe that. Everybody in my family, when they had their babies, they bring them to me. I babysit. I used to be the babysitter of the family. So, all that mess, and it just more projection while she stalks somebody. Literally, this lady is a 60-year-old weirdo stalker. Right, right. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I gotta go. Bye. I swear, black people, do better and quit embarrassing yourself in social media. This is sad.